Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission denies salary increase for President Tinubu, his vice and others. Zamfara State Hajj Commission concludes airlift of its 2023 Hajj intending pilgrims. The Federal High Court reinstates Matawale's impeached deputy. On business news, Nigerians may face 40% of more electricity bills. On international scene, UK envoy says the visa restriction on foreign students' family not targeted at Nigerians. On sport updates, UEFA banned Mourinho for 4 games. Hello and welcome to Standard Voice Television Newsroom. I'm Mukutu Muhammad. The Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission has denied media reports that it has approved the increment of salaries of political office holders, judicial and public office holders by 114%. In an interview with the agency's public relations officer, Christian Nwachukwu said President Bola Tinubu has not given approval for the increment of salaries of public servants. Mrs. Rekia Tanko Ayuba, a federal commissioner in the commission, had made the salary increment remark when she represented the organization's chairman, Muhammad Shehu, at the presentation of the report at the reviewed remuneration package to the Kebbi State Governor, Nasser Idris, in Birnin Kebbi on Tuesday. Mrs. Tanko Ayuba reportedly said that implementation of the reviewed remuneration packages was effective from January 1, 2023, a claim that has been strongly denied by the Commission's spokesman. The agency's spokesman said his chairman has never made such statement on the issue. Zamfara State Hajj Commission has successfully airlifted 3,102 intending pilgrims to the Holy Land this week. The intending pilgrims were airlifted by the Flynas Saudi Arabia Airlines at the Sultan Abu Bakr III International Airport to Medina. The success recorded was a result of the early commencement of this year's Hajj preparation by the Commission. For more on the story, Fatima Ibrahim reports.
With this development, all Zamfara State intending pilgrims that arrived Medina have conducted their visitations to important places in Medina. The state last flight, which arrived Medina last Sunday, comprised Zamfara State government delegation for the 2023 Hajj, led by its chairman Alhaji Musa Mallaha, and some of the management staff of the Zamfara State Hajj Commission left Medina for Mecca after completion of their visitations in Medina. Before leaving the country, the committee conducted a series of meetings with management staff of Zamfara State Hajj Commission in regards to this year's Hajj. This year, Zamfara State have been in the forefront in airlifting of its intending pilgrims to Holy Land across the country, as other states have been up and doing towards ensuring the airlift of their intending pilgrims before the closing date. Fatima Ibrahim reporting for Svtv News.
Zamfara State Government Delegation, officials of the State Hajj Commission and the remaining pilgrims have left Medina for Makkah to commence their Hajj operation. The delegation includes the Amirul Hajj Alhaji Musa Mallaha Talbangusau, his secretary Dr. Aliyu Adamu Bormo, Alhaji Qasim Musani and other members, while officials of the commission were Alhaji Anas Juaibu and the directors of planning, Sharia Finance and ICT. In a related development, the feeding committee in the city of Makkah, under the leadership of Hajia I. Maradun, says it has been providing enough food and fruits to the Zamfara State pilgrims. Hajia I. Maradun made the disclosure while answering questions from our correspondent Samira Ibrahim in Makkah. The chairperson said the Zamfara State pilgrims are getting food every day according to the feeding schedule. She also assured of a good feeding system in Mina, the field of Arafat and other places of worship during the upcoming Hajj exercise. The chairperson pleaded the pilgrims to continue giving the committee and that of Amirul Hajj of Zamfara State all the support it requires for a successful Hajj exercise. A federal high court in Abuja has reinstated Mahdi Aliyu Gusau as the deputy governor of Zamfara State. Mahdi Aliyu and the People's Democratic Party filed the action over the moves that eventually led to his impeachment in February 2022 by the Zamfara State House of Assembly. In the judgment on Wednesday, Justice Inyang held that the indictment by the judicial panel constituted by former Governor Bello Matawalle of Zamfara State and his impeachment were done in disregard to the matter before the court, which amounted to self-help and taking the law into their hands. An order is hereby made restoring the status quo of the plaintiff, applicant Mahadi Aliyu Muhammad, wholly to the position of Deputy Governor of Zamfara State as at the 8th day of July 2021, when this suit was commenced. An order is therefore made setting aside all steps taken, proceedings conducted, and acts or things done by the defendant in furtherance of the purported impeachment, proceedings or impeachment of the Deputy Governor of Zamfara State during the pendency of the suit before the court. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has issued a warning to all skit makers and movie producers against using unauthorized EFCC jackets and symbols, stating that anyone found acting contrary to this advisory shall henceforth be treated as an impersonator. Stating that anyone found acting contrary to this advisory shall henceforth be treated as an impersonator and dealt with accordingly. This was contained in a statement shared on the Commission's official Facebook page on Wednesday, where the Commission notified the public that the use of the EFCC brand in movies without authorization is illegal. The organization said it noted with concern the activities of content creators, movies and skit producers who use EFCC-branded jackets, symbols, insignia, and other accoutrements without authorization. While the Commission appreciates the desire by some operators in the creative sector to produce movies, skits with plots around economic and financial crimes, it is incumbent on such operators to seek the Commission's authorization, including vetting of scenes, which purports to depict the operations of the Commission to ensure that false or misleading messages are not passed to the public. The State Commandant of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Kogi State Command, Lokoja CC Ahmed Gandhi, has charged the newly promoted officers of Kogi State Command to be more committed, responsible and diligent in their duties. The State Commandant made this statement during the decoration exercise of 143 newly promoted officers in the State Command. In his speech, the NSCDC helmsman congratulated the officers on their promotion, saying it was a great privilege. Furthermore, Ahmed Gandhi stressed that the society and their masters are expecting more from them, so they have to be up and doing to show that they actually merited their promotion. The Cross River State government has ordered a ban on all illegal activities in the capital city of Calabar. The Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Emmanuel Ogweche, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday, when he stated that the ban followed discussions with the heads of security agencies in the state. According to the statement, the activities were limited to the suburbs of the city. The state government has warned that whoever is caught breaking the law, the motorcycle will be confiscated and the person who committed the crime will be punished. The state government has also warned against vandalizing public property, such as street lights and hand dispensers. The Nigerian Navy says former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Gambo, retired, will hand over to his successor, Rear Admiral Ikechukwu Ogala, at a public ceremony on Friday, June 23rd. Suffice to state that handing and taking over ceremony in the Nigerian Navy from inception is procedural. Upon the announcement of the change of watch on deck, the outgoing CNS is expected to give detailed brief to the incoming CNS, tour key naval facilities, and perform the ceremonial lowering of ensign. Accordingly, the program of events leading to the formal handing and taking over ceremony has kicked off to culminate at a public ceremony on Friday, 23rd June 2023, in line with age-long naval tradition. The naval spokesman debunked reports making the round that Gambo allegedly refused to hand over to Ogala after President Bola Tinubu retired all service chiefs on Monday and appointed new ones, including Ogala. Now on business news. It seems that Nigerians may face more than 40% increase in electricity bills in a few days. The move will be confirmed as soon as the new electronic law comes into effect. It is expected that the law will allow the President of Nigeria to withdraw the support of about 40 million naira spent by the government in the production and distribution of electricity. In the same way, stakeholders in the electricity sector will hold a meeting with the Electricity Distribution Board on July 1st to take a stand on it. Those who are involved in the sector see the decision as a development, considering how the electricity production system is in other countries of the world. One of the members of the Committee on Electricity Management in the last Nigerian House of Representatives, Engineer Sani Balat Sanyawa, in an interview with Newsman said that he is not sure how much more it will be. According to him, based on the way things are, especially the way the electronic companies are complaining, it is not surprising to increase the cost by almost 40%. Now on international scene.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mr. Richard Montgomery, says the decision of the United Kingdom restricting foreign students from bringing dependents with them starting in 2024 is not targeted at Nigerians. Rather, it is to protect UK's infrastructure, as the number of students bringing their family members from all around the world surged in the last couple of years. The British High Commissioner stated this on Wednesday after he met with the Vice President Kashim Shettima at the State House, Abuja. He admitted that the number of Nigerian students coming to the UK increased 5-fold in 3 years, just as the overall number of international students also increased. Mr. Montgomery added that though this is a fantastic success story for the universities, it is not always possible to find housing and services for the high number of the population coming into the UK with their families. Still on the international news, hundreds of supporters of the opposition party All People's Congress in Sierra Leone holds up signs calling for the Chief Electoral Commissioner Mohamed Kone to step down. Police and protesters clashed on Wednesday when the supporters of the opposition party All People's Congress (APC), who are accusing the Electoral Commission and its chairman Mohamed Kone of alleged bias in favor of the ruling party. The protesters are demanding the release of a more detailed voter register. They said they were there to protest because they want a credible election, adding that if the election is free and fair, definitely there will be no protest. Now on sport update. The European Football Governing Body has suspended Roma coach Jose Mourinho for 4 games. This follows the challenge of the referee Anthony Taylor in the final of the Europa League. The incident happened in the parking lot after leaving the match, where Mourinho, who is 60 years old, said that Taylor made many mistakes in the match. Since the game was played in the Budapest, Taylor gave the Portuguese coach a warning card, where Sevilla won the cup on penalties after they drew 1-1. The coach was punished for saying inappropriate words. The two teams, namely Roma and Sevilla, were also charged with the crime of not reprimanding their fans during the match. Roma have also been banned from selling tickets to their fans for one of their away games when the season starts next season. The club were also fined for the £7,300 after Roma fans were accused for throwing objects onto the pitch and lighting fireworks. And that's all we have a news update for today, but before we go, a recap of the major headlines. Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission denies salary increase for President Tinubu, his vice and others. Zamfara State Hajj Commission concludes airlift of its 2023 Hajj intending pilgrims. The Federal High Court reinstates Metawale's impeached deputy. On business news, Nigerians may face 40% of more electricity bills. On international scene, UK envoy says the visa restriction on foreign students' family not targeted at Nigerians. On sport update, UEFA banned Mourinho for 4 games. Thanks for watching. That's all on the news. I'm Mukhtar Mohammed. Do have a nice day.